Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Happy End, a Korean drama romance thriller from 1999 that stars Choi Min-sik and Do-yeon. A married, successful career woman, played by Do-yeon, has a very unfulfilling relationship with her husband, played by Choi Min-sik, who has recently lost his job. So they have a young baby to care for, but he is not putting in the level of effort that is required to make this family unit work. So our female lead decides to have an affair with her ex-lover, but her husband eventually becomes suspicious. So Korean films from the 1990s were generally like a different beast when compared to more popular recent efforts. You know, they were more like indie films back in the day with some leisurely pacing. And Happy End is in this same style, as it was released during the very beginning of the new wave. Now, in terms of themes and social commentary, I would assume that Korean audiences, and some audiences from other countries as well, would have reacted to the role reversals in terms of gender. Because in this film, the woman is the breadwinner and sleeps around behind the husband's back. And in some cultures, that would definitely be considered a reversal of power in the typical marriage situation. So you have that element to this. And then we get a good look at the day-to-day grind of a failing marriage in this film. It's difficult to sympathize with a person who cheats on their spouse, but you can understand this woman's frustrations near the beginning of the film because her husband is like very lethargic. I mean, his effort and passion is just not there anymore, both in terms of attempting to find a job again, as well as doing chores around the house and even caring for the baby. I mean, there's a scene early on where the wife is working overtime from home, and he doesn't even bother to answer the phone when it rings. He's just watching TV. It's like, dude, like, get your head in the game here. Let's put some effort in, you know? But on the other hand, I think the wife loses even more of the viewer's sympathy later on in the film when she does something that's pretty unacceptable. Like, it's bad enough that you're cheating on your husband, but then she takes things a step too far at one point, which I will not spoil, and that scene's kind of shocking. And then the husband one-ups her and ends up taking things too far on his end. So this relationship just starts to spiral completely out of control. But both of these characters are responsible for the poor state of their marriage. And again, there are moments in this where you can kind of sympathize with each of them, but ultimately, I think it's impossible to get completely behind the decision-making of either one of these characters. They're both kind of a mess, but it does make the film interesting to watch. So Happy End, it does have a little bit of an edge to it. It has a few intense sequences, a few of which are some pretty sultry sex scenes. Nothing gratuitous, though. Some other stuff as well. Very good acting overall. Both leads give strong performances, which is not surprising. Choi Min-sik's acting in this film is pretty reserved, though, which is in line with the character he's playing. But he doesn't have that many strong emotional moments. Do-yeon probably gives the standout performance in the film, if only because she is given more opportunity to express like a wider variety of emotion in it. So she really is good in this. A man by the name of Jung Ji-woo is the director. I have seen Yeong-gyo, also known as Amuse, from 2012, which I enjoyed quite a bit. And then I recently saw his latest film, Tune In for Love, from 2019, which was kind of flimsy, but it was watchable. I have not seen everything from this director by any means, but I would definitely recommend Amuse as well as Happy End. Those are the two titles that kind of highlight. So Happy End is a good flick, good movie, currently available on Amazon streaming in the United States. So if the synopsis in my description sounds like it's up your alley, check it out. And as always, we will see you next time.